All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Bookmap Onboarding Webinar. I'll run you through the process here of getting up and running with Bookmap. Our agenda, my name is Bruce. Our agenda here is first we're going to log into bookmap.com, and so you can see we're going to log into bookmap.com, and so you can see we're going to log into bookmap.com, and so you can see, and then we're going to go through the process of getting data. We're going to download and install and run Bookmap. We're going to connect you to the data, and we're going to add a symbol for each market type. It'll be a futures market, a stock, and cryptocurrency. And then we're going to go through different resources, help, the different symbol guides, learning center, knowledge base, and support. And also our Discord chat room. We'll take a look at some live market analysis and maybe go through the basics of Bookmap. And then we'll have a Q&A session. Answer any questions that you have about getting up and running with Bookmap. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in and get going. Okay, first step, and we assume that you've already done this, is that you've logged into bookmap.com and you have Global or Global Plus at this point. So I'm already logged in here, and then that will bring me into the portal section here. The Bookmap portal, this is where you can find your license key, and then also the download link in here, right? So you will choose the system that you want here, like it can be Windows, Mac, or Linux. And then you also choose the version of Bookmap. It can be production or beta. I would suggest production at this point. And then you'll just hit download here, and you'll download the platform. Okay, choose your area where you want it to download and click save. Okay, and give that a minute here. Okay, it looks like I have downloaded it. Just a minute here to get to something. Okay, to give myself access to Bookmap here just a second. Okay, great. Okay, all right, so now I've downloaded the platform. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to get data if you haven't already, or if you don't have data that you're bringing into Bookmap. We connect to many different data providers out there for futures and also for crypto. Now for stocks, you only have one choice. You'll have to purchase DXFeed Bookmap, and I can show you the process here. And we're also going to go through the process of getting Bookmap data for futures and for crypto. All right, so the way that you do that is in the portal here. You'll subscribe or hit the add subscription link here, and then that will take you to an area in here where you can purchase data. Okay, so you can see that Bookmap CME data right here. I can get the CME bundle. It's $79 each month. That would include the CME, the CBOT, NYMEX, and COMEX. Or you can get all of those exchanges individually if you prefer. So $17 for the first month, and then $34 each month after that. Okay, so that's Bookmap data for CME and futures. Now for stocks, you'll need to get DXFeed data here. And you have a few different choices. You can get DXFeed you can get DXFeed equities bundle here of NASDAQ and EDGX. For the first month, it's $59 or $119 every month after that. Or if you prefer, you can just get the NASDAQ data, and that would be $69 a month. And now this is on top of the subscription cost. Or you can get EDGX if you want that as well. Okay, you can also get DXFeed for futures if you want, and there's some other options here, right? So anyway, that's how you can go through the process in here. You'll scroll down and you'll click next, and you'll go through the process and sign up and pay for your data. All right, so now let's go back to the portal, and we have now downloaded the platform, and we're going to copy our license key here, and we're going to install the platform. So you'll go to where you installed it here. Okay, and that would be under my download links here. Here's my Bookmap version. I would double click on this, and I will install it. And then it's very simple. You'll go through the same process you've probably done a million times for many other platforms or applications out there. I'm going to spare us the details here, and we'll X out of it. I've already installed Bookmap. The desktop icon is right here. So let's double click on it and let's open up Bookmap. Okay, it'll take a minute here to download. Daniel, which is the top book for level 2? Okay, we'll go through that a little bit in just a minute here. Okay, Daniel. All right, so now what is showing up here is the Bookmap Run Options window, and it's asking me how I want to connect. There's 3 different modes in here. I can connect to the simulated mode here, and then connect my data. So simulated means that you will be connecting to live data. However, any trading activity that you take within the simulated mode will only be within the Bookmap environment. No trades are routed outside of Bookmap. If you select trading mode here, you can connect to your broker or your live account and route trades into your live account. There's also replay mode here. So now before I get into replay mode, this is how you get the data for replay mode, is selecting the boxes down here. So record your live data. I highly recommend that you do that. Replay mode is a fantastic tool for debriefing your trading and back testing and forward testing specific setups to build out an edge for yourself. Okay, so that would be the replay mode. Now let's go into the trading mode here, and I am not going to open up my previous workspace here. I'm going to record my data and my orders, and I'm going to click OK, and this will open up Bookmap. Okay, it's preparing to start. All right, and it's opened up, and you can see that the screen here is rather blank, and it says I am not connected to any platform. To run a new instrument, I need to go through these steps and configure the data, and we're going to do that now. Okay, so go up to connections and select configure. Okay. And then over here, now we've opened up the connectivity configuration. We're going to add a platform. Okay, click on that, and now we're in the Bookmap Plugins Manager, level 2. I'm sorry, level 0, Bookmap Connect. And let's scroll down. Okay, and then I want to install Bookmap data. Actually, I've already installed it here, so why don't I just go through? I'll just remove it for a second. And I'll come back down. I'll scroll down to the bottom. It says available for install. Here's my Bookmap data, and let's install it. Okay, and it says Bookmap data adapter is installed and ready to use. So we'll click OK. We'll click OK again. And then now what I can do is I can add my connection in this window here. So let's click on Add Connection. And then from the platform drop down over here on the right side, let's click on it, and we're going to scroll down, and I should see my Bookmap data. Here it is. Okay, and we're going to select that, and then you can see the servers that you have available. So wherever you're located in Europe, the US, or in the East, and select your server, and that's it. Just use the default here. And then click OK. All right, so now what we've done is just connected to the platform. We've made the configuration. So we need to go back to connections here, and we need to select it. So check the box here. Okay, and it says connecting to the platform. Bookmap data is connecting, and now it's connected, and it says that there's no instrument selected. Note now up in here in the top left-hand corner, we have a plus tab. Okay, we're going to click on that, and then now we're going to subscribe to an instrument from our platform, Bookmap data. From our type, it's going to be futures. The exchange is going to be CME. And you can see it's already loaded the NASDAQ here, but if you want to add the ES or something else, just start typing it in. So ESM5 is the symbol I want, and I can select it here. I can add my historical data of an hour, and let's click subscribe. All right, and now you can see the tab opens up here. It's also opening up another thing, but we'll close that. The tab for the Bookmap data opens up for the ES, right? And here we go. We're up and running, connected to the S&P E-mini in Bookmap. All right, this is the live data. So you can look at your candlesticks. You can look at many different configurations in here. We're not going to go through that in this webinar. We're just going to get you up and running and onboarded here. All right, so now we've selected or connected to a futures instrument. Let's connect to a cryptocurrency as well. So we'll go back to connections here. And you can see I'm already have my Bookmap data. All right, so that's good. We're going to connect now to a cryptocurrency, and I just need to click on the plus tab and add a new instrument. Again, Bookmap data here, and then the type though is going to be different. I'm going to click on the drop down, and I can either select perpetual or spot, and we'll select the perpetual. The exchange that pops up, now we're the data provider as well, so we're going to actually connect to a unique product called Multibook that will allow us to connect to 3 to 5 different exchanges at the same time. From the symbol on the drop down here, you can click on it. You can select many of the different cryptocurrencies here. We're going to select BTC USDT, and then we're going to select 2 hours of cloud data here. Tick size is going to be $20 per tick, and then granularity is fine here at 0.01, and we'll click subscribe. All right. So you can see the symbol is here. The red text says that is loading data. We can click on it, and we've selected it now, and we can see that it's loading the data here for BTC USDT. Okay, so now we're up and running with the cryptocurrency. All right, that's it. Now, what's interesting about this one here is the Multibook product that I mentioned earlier. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, I'm connected to Binance Futures, Bybit, and OKEx, all within the same instrument. So this is actually a synthetic instrument connecting and showing the data, the transactions, and the liquidity and price action of those 3 different exchanges. So it gives you a better, more objective view of what's going on in that market. Okay, so now let's add a stock. So we'll go back to connections here, and I need to add DX feed. It's the same process that we went through for Bookmap data. So let's click on configure, and then we're going to add our connection. Now I've already added it for DX feed, so I'm just going to add connection right here, not the platform. And then from the drop down here, click on the drop down, and then we're going to scroll down. Okay, and it says DX feed. Okay, so all I need to do is select that. I have the connection name here, and click OK. Now that we've made the platform connection, but let's go to connections here and now select it. Okay, now we've selected it. Now let's click on the plus tab here and add an instrument. Now from the platform drop down here, click on it, and now you can see that we can select DX feed data here. So we'll select that, and then you can see that Microsoft pops up here, but you can select whatever you like. If you want to look at Apple or Amazon or whatever it might be. So just start typing it in, and it will show up here, and we'll select it. We'll add 1 hour of cloud data, and we'll subscribe to it. Okay, and it's loading data right now. Okay, we can click on Amazon and then we can see that it is loading that data in here, and we can zoom in a little bit and see what's going on with Amazon. All right, that's it. We are up and running. Now, if you want to save this workspace for yourself, come up to File and then Save Workspace As, and then give it a name, and it will show up in here within your config file in Bookmap that's on your local drive. All right. Okay, so now let's go through a few of the other resources here if you need help. One right off the bat is just come up to Help up here. And if you don't know what symbol to put in, like the month here, the code for the ES, we're going to go to the symbols guide here. And that'll bring up our web page here with the symbols guide for futures, for cryptocurrency, and for stocks. You can click on these links here. And you can see for futures, you have the month code. Okay, all of the CME group exchanges use the same codes in here. We are connected to the June contract for the ES, and that symbol is M. So that's why we have ESM, and then the 5 here is for 2025. If you scroll down, you can also see a guide in here for Bookmap data, and it says, scroll down a little bit to the ESMY. So the M stands for the month, and the Y stands for the year, just like we had inputted here. All right, so you'll see it for all the different connections we have for Rhythmic, DX feed, the Transact, IQ feed, CQG, whatever it might be that you connect to. All right, so that's the symbols guide. Let's go through a few more, and it will probably be better to just show you bookmap.com, and then we're going to go directly to education right here from the main toolbar. And that'll bring you into the Bookmap Learning Center, and you can go through the Getting Started course is a good place to start, and click on that. And here we just went through the process of downloading Bookmap platform in here, the run options window, and there's one also for updating Bookmap, and then connecting data. We just went through that process as well, and adding symbols, and then an overview of Bookmap. And then there's many other things in here, like the volume dots, the liquidity heat map, the columns. These are very short videos that will get you up and running within Bookmap. All right, so that's a great resource there. Another one, if you're not so familiar with these markets, I would highly recommend then that you watch the market mechanics course. So click on this course here. And there's only 4 videos in here, but they're an hour long each. And you can watch this video here. I would really recommend that you watch at least the part 1 of the market mechanics course, because that will go through exactly what's going on in the market, how price moves, and what Bookmap is displaying, or how it works within the market mechanics here. All right, so that should be very helpful for you as well. You can also go back to the bookmap.com, and you click on the More button here. There's a knowledge base here, glossary, other resources. The knowledge base will probably be pretty helpful. This is our user guide within Bookmap. Okay, so if you have any questions in here, you can type in the search. There's also an add-ons section, and we have all sorts of different add-ons we have created within Bookmap. All right. Okay, so any questions with support as well is another thing. So you can go to on the More button here. There's a link under Community for support right here, and that will take you to our support page. You'll it's just loading here, and you'll be able to reach out to support on multiple fronts. In fact, we have email, we have chat, and on. It's having a problem loading it. Okay. Well, you can also just go to bookmap.com and here, and you'll see that down here there's the chat. You can directly speak to somebody or get your answers right in here in the chat window. Okay. All right. There's also links in here for the user guide, like I showed you earlier. We have a Discord chat room in here. I would also recommend that you check that out and come to our our Discord room. We've got a great community over on Discord. We have multiple events each day. Okay, so in fact, if we go back to that learning center here, okay, if you scroll down a little bit more after these courses, you'll see our events calendar. And we have all sorts of events and streamers in here every day, and they're all free. So sign up and come over to our Discord and get up and running in some of these courses. Some really great stuff by a lot of the educator partners out there. All right, well, that pretty much wraps it up. Let me see if there's any questions, and we can maybe go through a little bit of order flow analysis if there's some extra time as well. Okay, let's see. Daniel, so which is top of the book for level 2? Okay, I don't quite understand your question, but let's go back to the ES and let me show you this. Okay, so top of the book, I mean, what Bookmap is connecting to in the COB column here, it stands for current order book. And what we're looking at in here is your depth of market. Okay, this is our best bid and offer right here. And then all of the red highlighted numbers here that you see, well, these are limit sell orders above the market, and that's all they are. Okay, nothing more than that. And then limit buy orders down below. Okay, so now for level 2, level 1 would just be best bid and offer, right? You wouldn't see any other depth in here. Level 2, though, depends on the data provider that you have. Or the instrument as could be as well. But with Bookmap data and Rhythmic data, we have full depth of market. Okay? And this is a unique thing, because if you scroll vertically here, check this out. Way up here at 66.25, there's 25 contracts up there. Okay? That's just not ticks away. That's like, hundreds of points away, almost 800 points away or so. Okay, and this is all live data in here. And that's incredible to have that many data points in here. Anyway, you're asking about NASDAQ total view. It's very similar to that. Now, the big difference though between NASDAQ total view is that it will give you the current order book, just like we are here. Like, this is the live book here. Everything to the right of the vertical white line right in here is the live market, and this liquidity in here is real time. Okay, and what total view will show is this full book depth in here, level 2. But we just saw like this larger player here, okay, over 1,000 contracts or shares here in Amazon, and showed up in the order book here. Looks like he wants to be a seller, and then he pulled. Now, you wouldn't see that in any other product because the other products out there just show you the real-time liquidity. What we do in Bookmap is we take that depth information, we paint it into a heat map form. Okay, red is very high liquidity, then yellow, white, blue, and black. And then we plot it on the chart when it came in and when it changed and when it pulled. Okay, because you can see that it changed in here in color a little bit as well. So this is the adding and pulling of liquidity. It is no more than that. Okay? It looks like it might be really complex. It is not. It's just showing you the auction process, where sellers are on the offer and where buyers are on the bid. Okay, and nothing more than that. All right. Let's see, I think that's it for the questions. Let me double check over here. Okay, Esteban, can you show the absorption indicator in BTC? That's a little outside of the scope of this webinar. I would suggest coming over to the All Markets webinar on Friday, or any of the other markets, or our Discord channel, and as well as the add-ons section within that learning center. And you can learn all about the absorption indicator there, okay, or our knowledge base as well. All right, so that is the all the questions I see here. Let's see, how do you get rid of the TCP toolbar? Oh, no problem, that's easy. Okay, so the TCP over here is for trading, right? Just, you can see it's this hide show control, the trade control panel here. So just click on that and it's gone. Okay. Now, if you want to trade from Bookmap, you'll need to open it up, and then you can select some of the drop downs in here on the size that you want to trade, and then trade from the Bookmap chart with one click right in here. All right. I think we've answered all your questions. That's it. So thank you, everybody, for coming. We will wrap it up, and we'll catch up with you next time. Okay, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. East Coast time. Thanks for coming, everyone. Yep, take care. Bye-bye.